Welcome, dear friends, to Shakespeare's Coffee Break here on a Tuesday morning, our penultimate episode of the month. This is also the second to last time that we are streaming on multiple platforms. So make sure to go like and subscribe to Shakespeare's Coffee Break at facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Today's show is brought to you by the Friends of the Northwestern Field Museum. What will you discover this summer? And the Shakespeare Yogi. Use code SHAKES.approved to save 50% on your first private Zoom class. Hey, noni namaste. We'd also like you to go off and like the Renaissance Festival stream guide. Over 70 performances streamed live every week. Today's guests, we're going to have the author of Lady Capulet, a prequel to Romeo and Juliet, on today's show. So that is going to be absolutely wonderful. Melissa Bell is going to be joining us. Her director, Emily Gallagher, unfortunately having some technical difficulties, so we're not going to be able to have her, but we're going to have a wonderful show anyway. So welcome! Hello! Did you miss me? I love you, you love me. There is mutual glorious affection. So dear friends, thank you so very much for being here today. As always, thank you to the Jackdaws for providing the music for today's show. Shakespeare approves of this theme song. Just absolutely wonderful. We're going to be listening to other music today. I know! It's a surprise! Oh! It's going to be amazing! It's going to be pretty great. But, you know, in just a moment, I'm going to be bringing in someone that I know you love even more than you love me. And it hurts a little bit to say that, to admit that. But you know what? I've come to accept it. She's become one of my best friends over this last year of quarantine. And hopefully I'm going to get to actually see her in a couple of months in person. It's going to be amazing. So please welcome the reason for the season, the co-hostess with the co-mostess, Mayhemmer!
Oh, you know they love you. You're the original. You're the OG. I'm just some flavor, some sprinkle, some.
Oh, you're the sprinkles. You're the sprinkles.
I'm the glitter.
Cupcake.
I'm the glitter.
You are the sprinkles cupcake of my show. Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Sprinkles Cupcakes, by the way?
No, I have not. I've heard about them, and I really want some.
They're so good. It's so good.
But yes, we will definitely we'll see each other in a couple months. I'm super stoked.
I know, I'm so excited. We're gonna see each other the final weekend of the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing.
Okay, so it's really weird. People, don't judge us that we've become besties over the internet. Don't judge me.
That's how I live my life now.
Hold on. Y'all know there's some nerds back in the day. Y'all went into chat rooms and made friends on the internet. But the difference is you can actually see who you're talking to now, not hoping that it's actually what they say they are.
Yeah. I had a friend named Chandra. She was a couple of years older than me. She was a huge Matchbox 20 fan, and then and you know, like you would always start conversations with ASL/pic.
Yes.
So age, sex, location, pic.
Yes.
Be like, hi, I'm Shakespeare. I'm 17 years old. I'm a boy. Here's my picture, and there'd be a picture of me, like geeky little 17-year-old me going like that, and because I thought it was funny, and then like after like months and months of being in the same Star Trek chat room, she's like, you know what? I'm going to let you guys know what I look like. And there was like a swimsuit model photo of her. She was like, and we're like, that can't be you. No one shares that with their friends. It's like, no.
Hey, are we going to have a Janine? I did have a pen pal. We started
so did I
pen pals.
In eighth grade. I did.
I had my first pen pal in first grade. It was a project, and then we kept writing all through school, and then of course technology, and we got cell phones. And I first met her at my wedding because I invited her. Didn't think that she would show up. Her parents and my mom were really close over the years, and they flew down from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's what my family is.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, she's from Pennsylvania. And she flew down and surprised me on my wedding day. I was already ugly crying. And so I ugly cried more.
There's 150,000 people that live in that region. However, it bears asking, maybe I know her.
Her name is Ariel. She's this really gorgeous, like
I know an Ariel in that area.
Is her last name Waters?
No.
Oh, then never mind.
No, I'm sorry. We don't all know each other, May. We don't all know each other.
But yeah, so I met her on my wedding day. All this time, we sent each other stuff during our college graduations, all this stuff, and we finally met on my wedding. It was surreal. I mean, the wedding was cool too. My husband was great, but I got to meet my pen pal.
Well, our guest is telling us in the private chat that she is actually in Damascus, Pennsylvania, on the Delaware. What? So just like Washington, she's going to be crossing it, and that's going to be a delight. But maybe we should bring her in. Yes. But first, answer a thing here. Sally says in the comments, "Are we going to have a meet and greet since we're all going to be there?" Yes.
Yeah.
Hello,
I may not be dressed as my character. I may be in full Elizabethan regalia with some
if you are wearing that wig in June in the incredibly humid Northeast, that's a choice.
Shakespeare, I am from New Orleans, so
that's a good point.
Y'all ain't got
that nothing. Is also a choice. That is also I just put it out there. That's also a choice. That is a choice.
And I lived with it. I didn't say we were sane down there.
That's wonderful. To quote Sally, to quote my 4-year-old niece Lucy, duh. But yes. May, we have not yet started off with a nice noisy slurp this morning, so let's do that. I moved the microphone over here, so I'm not.
I picked it up. Here we go.
Here we go.
Cool.
That's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are, and to everyone at home, this is your ASMR moment for the morning. I want you to know that Shakespeare loves you very much, and here's some breathing. I don't know why I still think that's funny. I think
it's comical.
Well, thank you very much. I just do the show for you. You realize that.
Oh my God, thank you. It's my own show. All right, that's it. Because I want to find out more about Lady Capulet because that's like one of my favorite things. Okay.
Yes. So she is the author. She is the playwright behind a play that was nominated for Most Memorable Modern Update and Adaptation of 2020 by New York Shakespeare. Lady Capulet, it follows the journey of Rose from country girl to matriarch, navigating her oppression and power in the 16th century setting of Verona, when family, social status, and gender determine everything. She is our playwright today. I give you Melissa Bell. Melissa Bell, hello and welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you on. I mean, it's not often I get to talk with other playwrights. I talk with novelists all the time, and that's just weird because they're like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, do I?
I know. Completely different format, as we know.
Yeah. Although the blank page is still the blank page, and someone asked me because someone one of my more recent pieces for social distancing players, I literally wrote 47 pages in about 36 hours, and was just like, let's just do this. And someone was like, "Oh my God, that's amazingly fast," and I enjoyed the show. I was like, "Thank you." They said, "How long? I mean, did it really take you 36 hours?" I go, "Well, I typed it in 36 hours." There was also a good 8 weeks beforehand where I just kept staring at my screen, and then I would walk away going, "Nope."
And then I'm like, I don't write. I perform. I make costumes. I'm like,
that's great. We need you. We need you.
Oh yeah.
Very much.
Because if we don't look good, May, then we really don't look good. So Melissa Bell. Before we get into talking about Lady Capulet, which I'm really looking forward to watching this. This premieres streaming in 2 days. So boom, Lady Capulet. What caused the feud? Starring this good-looking group of people.
Yes.
Before
they
are
really cute. Let me tell you, they look good.
I have to ask you. I also have to ask you. I mean, I know you're not the director for this. Emily Gallagher, who was going to be the director, was having a couple of tech issues, so wasn't able to jump in. But how did you get such an Avengers level of attractiveness of actors?
Right.
I mean, this is. I feel bad about myself as a human being. It's like I will never reach that level right there. I mean, so
aren't they great? I mean, luck. Emily Gallagher had a casting call. Our lead actress, Janzi Colon Soto, who is so beautiful there, and beautiful actress. We met her there was a reading by a company called Turn to Flesh. And they did a staged reading and found our beautiful star, Janzi Colon Soto. And found Emily as well as the director. And we did like a 9-hour, rehearsal process. And it was a very early staged reading. This was in 2017. And we also found Jefferson Reardon at that as well. And, Emily then said to me, I really like this piece, and I have my own Shakespeare company called Barefoot Shakespeare. Why don't we work together and we'll put it on in the park next year? So we did. We put it on in Central Park. And of course we had a casting call, but of course we said we have to have Janzi. She is our Rose. She's our Lady Capulet. And then we had a rehearsal process. And during that rehearsal process, we decided that Jefferson had to come back on board as her brother. And then we found Preston Fox, who, I mean, the name, right? The name applies.
That's a name.
That is a name.
That is a name. I mean,
and we found Andrew, who is Lord Capulet, and we found Marlena then to be the nurse, and her comic timing is great, and it was just, I think the original person we had cast dropped out. And then Emily just said, hey, there's Marlena who I'd love to work with. And, finding people that you love to work with is really important. I found it's sometimes when you know someone and you've worked with them before, or you want to work with them, it's good to follow that advice.
Absolutely. So how did you get into becoming a playwright to begin with? Because this is not the type of career that they tell you about in school.
No, they don't. I moved to New York to be a singer, and I did a lot of dance music as a teenage, as a preteen. No, I did a lot of dance music and appeared like at Studio 54, believe it or not. And so so that was why I came to New York, but that sort of ran out. And then I went to Columbia to get my degree. And I did study playwriting there, but I worked for a commercial agency for a long time, writing and as an editor and doing a lot of graphics and things like that. And I was very, very, very happy doing that. But believe it or not, the reason I started writing plays was because I met Graham Russell from Air Supply, who told me that he would like his music to be in a play, and nobody ever gave him any ideas. So if I have one,
are you telling me that he came up to you and he said, I want to make some love out of nothing at all?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my
gosh.
I've been sitting on that joke for 3 minutes. I'm sorry. I have.
Isn't that wild? I mean, you would never believe it, but we had a mutual friend, and so I went to see his concert at BB King's in New York.
Stop it.
Seriously,
that's such a great venue. That's such a great venue.
Together, and in fact, he wrote some music for this piece. Then,
well, since you have since you have dropped the air supply of it all, since you're taking all the air supply out of this room, these jokes are not getting good.
No,
they're not
stop.
getting any better at all.
Stop it.
We're going to listen to. We're going to do a little bit of a listen party here. To some music by Graham Russell of Air Supply.
I'm dead.
YouTube, Facebook, don't come at me. Do not shut this down.
I know,
oh
right?
my God.
No, we're using it by permission. We're using it by
permission.
This is all permission.
Absolutely. So, his permission. Absolutely. I have permission to use it all the time.
So this piece is called The Celebration Dance. All right. So before we lead into this, where in the show does this take place?
Actually, it begins very early. There's a party because it begins with a party. It always does. Her story begins with a party. And this is the music that is played at the party. And it's also played when we catch up to Romeo and Juliet. The piece is a prequel, but we do catch up to Romeo and Juliet. And we are at the party in Romeo, the famous party where Romeo meets Juliet. But we're kind of behind the scene with the parents talking about all the kids' futures.
Excellent.
So this music is playing.
Well, let's give it a listen right now. This is Celebration Dance by Graham Russell of Air Supply, featured in Lady Capulet, which premieres in 2 days. So let's give it a listen. All right, and hopefully it's working. There we go.
I don't hear anything. Is it playing for you?
Uh-oh, he's dancing. It must be playing through his headphones.
Yeah.
Was that not playing? Was that not playing for you?
No.
Oh, damn it! All right, we're gonna try again. All right. I'm like, this is some fun jamming stuff.
And I'm like, bro.
All right, let's try it one more time. I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I would have sat here for 3 minutes going, yeah.
And I was like,
and you'd all be like, okay.
I was like, sir.
Like, just watch him go. Just watch him go. This is some amazing stuff. We're just gonna watch Shakespeare dance by himself. That's fine. Okay, let's try it. Take 2. Let's see if I can make this work. All right, and here we go. There we go. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, this is darling. I love this.
Oh, this is just absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
So I'm going to move it. I'm going to turn it down a little bit here as we come back into the conversation. So he wrote several songs for you for this play. What was the inspiration for you to write this piece?
Okay, well, this piece, interestingly enough, there was a Romeo and Juliet down at the Classic Stage in New York City, and Ben Brantley wrote a review on it. And in that review, he made a very big note about how Lady Capulet had cried so loud and so hard at Tybalt's death, as if that, was a really strange thing. But he insinuated that there was something going on there between them. But I thought about the feud, and I said, that for someone to cry that much, he actually challenged playwrights to think about that and, come up with some reason why that might happen, like some juicy reason. So I actually did. I thought, well, this has to be something more than a love affair, like a, tryst or something. It has to be over blood. You don't have a feud like this that is just over, you know, an affair. It really has to be blood. And so I thought of what it could be, and I started writing. Now I'm part of a playwriting group, and we get prompts, and I had decided on the characters, and I said, okay, every time I got to get a prompt, I'm going to write about these characters. So I did. I started, you know, there's various situations put in a prompt that you know, to help you free write. And so I did. And then I found I had like 7 little 12-page, you know, scenes. And I said, okay, it's time to put them together, because that's like 40 more pages and I'm done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I did. I put them all together, and then I just kept working on it. And of course, it takes a lot of time. You have to workshop it. I workshopped it through with Emma Goldman Sherman is a dramaturg who runs a little workshop that I'm part of. And we went 10 pages by 10 pages, worked it out, did table readings, did public readings. And, you know, until you really, you know, get something that is stage worthy, it's a process.
Oh, it absolutely is. That is one thing I've been loving though about, if I can use that word, for this last calendar quarantine year, of being able to do live readings online. I decide I want to workshop something. I just kind of say, I'm going to do this, and then the internet shows up. It's like, all right, cool, let's do it, because we're bored. And so, like, yeah, let's all do it. And then, depending on what it is and how precious I'm being about it, I can say, all right, let's rehearse it. Or, you know what? Here's a script. Let's turn the cameras on live and just go.
Let's just go with
cold. This workshop was cold. Like it was in person, and these actors would just show up, and we would just say, like, okay, you're Lord Capulet, you know, you're Rose, and so they would just show up, and then but the key part is that the playwright has to sort of be quiet. You're not there to defend your work or anything. You're there to listen. And then people tell you what they know, what they don't know, what they might or might not understand. You know, usually I found I was hitting it pretty well, but if like 2 or 3 people said the same thing, okay, you know, then I knew, okay, that's something that I need to work on. Plus, then I got a sense after we had a reading that something really wasn't working well, and it was bothering me a lot. So I asked my fellow playwrights in my group, like, okay, tell me, just tell me anything. Just tell me, I'm stuck. Tell me what's wrong. And they did, and it helped me to fix it.
Yeah, that's fantastic to be able to have that level of community working on the project like that with you.
Yeah, because not a lot of communities have that, you know, where you can get a positive, constructive criticism that actually is like fulfilling, you know what I mean? Indeed. So it's nice to hear that you had that.
Yeah, well, it was something we had formed, and really, like, you know, and we trusted each other at that point. We had been together for maybe 2.5 years. This is not just the workshop. I mean, you know, I have a couple of different, that it's 29th Street Playwrights Collective, it's called. And we formed it after attending like a meeting at the Dramatists Guild. Emma Goldman Sherman founded it, and we've been together ever since. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So a couple of questions from the internet. Dan Wenzel, another playwright as well, who's been on the show. He asks, is this a musical as well, or is the music set music?
It's set music. Now, when we did this in Central Park, Emily Gallagher, the director, decided that she wanted an onstage music, because everything that she had done had that. And it was a brilliant idea because we wove them into the story. So they are just playing, it's not a musical, nobody's singing to it or anything like that, but they then are part of the players. And we had a guitar, we had a violin, a flute, and a cello. And then Emily decided to use them also as sort of montages on the stage. And so when the party was Romeo and Juliet and the parents are talking about the future for the kids, she had 2 of the musicians in the background being Romeo and Juliet, and dancing. and things like that. So she made use of these musicians, and they play at various times. They provide like background and textural music. They also help to sometimes reset the scenes. So that's how that music is used. So I would say it's a play with music.
Excellent, very good.
Love
It's some wonderful stuff there. So now with the Goddard Riverside WHAM Festival, how'd you get involved with them? Because
Goddard
that's who it's
Riverside,
going
Mhm.
through. Yes.
Yes.
So how'd you get involved with them?
My playwriting group has Lady Capulet was presented at Goddard Riverside in 2017 as part of a new work series where we're just putting up staged readings, and that was the first public performance. And then I've been a part of the WHAM festival. I was a founding presenter, our group, 29th Street Playwrights. So I've been working with them a while. And so this year I said to them, so last year we got canceled, of course. So I said, I have Lady Capulet, and would you guys like to have that as part of your festival? And they said yes. And it's virtual this year. But people can go to Goddard and WHAM, and there's all kinds of really nice things in there this for the rest of the month. I think this is the last week, but Lady Capulet will be on Thursday. And I'm just very thrilled to be part of that group, because not only is the when people RSVP, they're asked to make a donation of any amount. Seriously, you can give $1. It does go towards their they have like a performing arts for kids in that neighborhood, and the kids are underserved, and so it really helps them to learn about the performing arts, and they're really adorable. So I hope people will contribute when they do sign up for the tickets.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're going to drive as much traffic as we can to it. So we're talking with Melissa Bell, the playwright behind Lady Capulet, new work happening in New York City. Oh, my, I don't know why I always feel the need to say it like at that old salsa commercial. But May, you know what I'm talking about, May.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I shook my head.
I know. So we're going to be back with Melissa Bell in just a few moments. But first, I gotta go pay some bills. So we'll be back in just a few moments, because today's show is brought to you by some wonderful, wonderful people, such as the Renaissance Stream Guide. The Renaissance Stream Guide. I want you to go like and subscribe to the Renaissance Stream Guide on Facebook. Go follow them, facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. The Renaissance Stream Guide is your TV guide of streaming Renaissance Festival entertainment, with over 70 shows every week that are being streamed out to you. Play readings, music, live music, comedy, belly dance, yoga, fitness classes, art streams, demonstrations. You will have plenty to choose from, and everything gets posted onto a Google Calendar, and there's also a daily schedule post. It's an easy way for you, the viewers, to find your favorite festival performers and hopefully discover someone new. Go to facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide to find your new favorite today. And we're also brought to you by the Shakespeare Yogi. Yes, and you can use my code Shakes.approved to save 50% off of your first private class on Zoom. The Shakespeare Yogi, Lena Chillingarian. She is helping creatives develop authentic connections to balance and character by combining yoga with Shakespeare, accessibly and playfully. Virtual pay-what-you-can classes are available on the first and third Sunday of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, with a recommended $5 donation, and all creatives of any type are welcome. The virtual private lessons are also available by appointment. Private lessons are built to the individual needs and goals of the individual creative involved. Those start at $50. And again, remember, use my code Shakes.approved to save 50% off of your first private class. For access and payment info to the Pay What You Can and private lessons, email Lena, the Shakespeare Yogi, at theshakespeareyogi@gmail.com. And you can also drop into her DMs on Instagram at the Shakespeare Yogi. Shakespeare Yogi, hey, Nani, namaste. And finally, we're brought to you by the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum, who are now accepting applications for online. Now accepting applications online for the summer dinosaur digs. Oh my God! Can you imagine though an online dinosaur dig? It's just like, all right, I'm just going to clean that pixel. What would it be? Minecraft, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm imagining it would be exactly like Minecraft if that's what it was. But the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. I'm going to put up the link on screen so that you know exactly where to go to get more information and look at the catalog. But while many people only dream of taking part in a dinosaur excavation through Colorado Northwestern Community College, that dream can become a reality. Located in the heart of dinosaur country, CNCC offers you the chance to work alongside professional paleontologists to uncover fossils that have been buried for over 74 million years. Because it's a Jurassic Park and a massive park. What could possibly go wrong? Should I sing the rest of this ad? Let's try it. During a 2-week session, you'll learn paleontology by digging, brushing, and uncovering a unique fossilized specimen. No experience required. You and I can go. Okay, I'm going to stop that now. That was weird, but I don't regret it. All right. So there's no experience required to take advantage of this amazing opportunity. Only a passion for experiencing fossils up close and personal. Participants can also have the option and opportunity to earn college credit during the 2-week session. Email Liz Johnson at elizabeth.johnson@cncc.edu or call 970-824-1119 for more information. What will you discover this summer? And now, friends, let's go back into our conversation that we're having with playwright Melissa Bell, author of Lady Capulet. Here she is now. Hooray, Melissa Bell!
Do over.
So Melissa Bell, playwright, author of Lady Capulet. We're going to be looking at a clip from Lady Capulet from your Vimeo. It's the first one it's right up there at the top. And about what are we going to see in this clip?
This one, just I'm right at the top. Is that
yeah,
yes.
It says Lady Capulet live in Central Park. Yes, this
one.
Oh
yes, this is actually a sword fight. This was a sword fight that we had in Central Park, and so here we go. This is
let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
My honor is first and foremost to the prince and to my family.
As is mine. You would sully mine to prop up yours. My brother would have slain you for my honor, but I refused him that pleasure. Leave me, sir. Go to your family and I to mine.
A mistake. Yeah, I admit it now. By all that I hold dear, I pledge that I have not forgotten thee. May I ask only a moment to speak unhindered, unseen by gazing eyes and wagging tongues of Verona. Alone. Tonight in thy garden I will wait.
My nights are filled with feasts and merriment. Capulet entertains lavishly. We are much desired company.
I do not ask thee lightly. I know the price.
I wager you do not.
My fortunes have changed. My cousin, the Duke of Mantua, hath deeded me a villa high above the banks of the Mincio River.
Mantua?
A villa with lands and an income far from Verona to live as I please, but for one thing. The rose that pierced my heart.
My lady, thy husband calls for thee. My family calls to me.
Tonight, in thy garden, meet me.
My lady! My family awaits you.
You quiver under my touch.
It's the breeze.
It's not the breeze, it's strong emotion. Canst thou love me still?
I know true love, but I have not found it in a man's heart.
I have kept it safe. Tomorrow, in the garden, tomorrow and tomorrow, I will be every night for a week at midnight.
And if I come,
I shall carry you off to Mantua, to live and love for as long as we both shall breathe. Dear lady, what say you to my plea?
wait if you wish.
Sirrah! I must challenge your intentions. Why speak you to my lady such?
I seek an audience.
With me or with her?
With thee.
Why come to her and not to me?
I sought to soften the way.
I have seen the soft way you look at my lady.
Thy lady is beautiful indeed.
You once danced with her, did you not?
I remember not.
At a wedding party?
I danced with many girls at many parties.
I once admired you for that. Being able to take anything you wanted while I was ignored for my face. That night, I vowed to take what you desired. Now you are back. Come to take what isn't yours?
Were she mine, I would crown her head with diamonds.
No! He comes to pay a debt and ask my blessing!
Wilt thou cover for his treachery? Crumbs.
You have challenged my honor, Sirrah. For that you must pay. I am true to the vows I have taken. I stand thus.
If coins could repay, I would give thrice the debt. Plunging that knife into my breast would be a comfort, yeah.
You seek my lady's comfort, I shall cause thee a greater discomfort.
Sirrah, this is a debt long due you.
I hold close what I hold dear. I need not your paltry coins, taken no doubt from that fawn you call wife. Does she sleep well while you are out at night?
Anon, my lord, anon, we are in the prince's garden. Husband, do you wish to lose everything you have gained? Settle this at a later date.
For you, I will bend. But you, sir, stay clear of me and mine. If you so much as look at the hair on my lady's head, I shall run you through. Leave it for the dogs.
Oh my goodness, brava, brava. Oh, fantastic. And Rodney Hakim from New York Shakespeare says, congratulations, Melissa.
Well, I just want to point out that that was in 2019. It is the same cast that will be performing virtually. Preston Fox as Montague, Andrew Dunn as Capulet, and of course the wonderful Janzi Colon Soto as Rose Capulet. We won't be doing it live like that. It will be, close-ups. It will be virtual.
On Zoom.
On Zoom. Actually, we pre-recorded it so that it can be streamed
fantastic.
later, and also just have a better quality.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. That is a benefit. That's one of the benefits to recording it because higher quality video than the live streaming, but you lose the immediacy. So there's always those trade-offs.
Well, they're so good, these actors. It's really wonderful to see them close up. I mean, it's a little different than live theater where you get to see all the spectacle, wonderful spectacle like that. And it was thrilling because we were all sitting like about that close, and so they were like right in front of us.
So for this upcoming production, were any of them able to record together?
No, everyone was in their house, in their own spaces with their own equipment, but we were all together in Zoom. We did it a few times live, and then just took it from there.
Absolutely wonderful. Goodness gracious. So before I let you go, I want to do another song by Graham Russell of Air Supply. Which would you suggest? We Mourn, The Lovers, Wedding Dance, or We Mourn minus and then Wedding Dance minus? The
minus means no vocals. So if
no vocals. Very good.
Why don't you play We Mourn with the vocals?
Oh, very good.
That's sort of and then you'll actually hear him sing.
Okay, well, coming up here in just a moment. This is so exciting. Coming up here in just a moment, We Mourn by Graham Russell of Air Supply. Oh my God. Again.
Right. Inspired by this show.
Don't take me down. Don't take me down. Inspired by Melissa Bell, playwright of Lady Capulet, which starts in 2 days, and you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. But let's listen to this. Music by Graham Russell from Air Supply. Here we go.
Here, the darkness knows not when to end. No quarter to us shall extend. So little time now left to spend, till sorrow with us all descend into an endless night.
We mourn, so delicate is life once it is born. Oh, love it from me, we mourn, as blood drips from the well-hidden thorn, impaled upon its points.
As deeds once thought to be as sweet as wine, immaculate of great design, now shiver on a withered vine. For those that we have lost,
we mourn, so delicate is life once it is born. Oh, love it from me, we mourn, as blood drips from the well-hidden thorn, impaled upon its point, we mourn. We mourn, we mourn, we mourn.
Oh, that is
That is so
brilliant.
great.
Oh my
God,
gosh.
so beautiful.
Oh my! Well, all I can say is there are now at least 2 less lonely people in the world. I'm not going to stop with the Air Supply puns. I am not.
I don't know. You know, Romeo and Juliet, how that ends up. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know what? If they had some Air Supply playing, that, you know what Juliet would say to Romeo? She'd say, you know, even the nights are better. This is what I do. If you need to, when you come see my live show, this is what I do. I will find a joke and then I will beat it to death. That's what happens. Oh my gosh. Kathy Evans sang absolute beautiful song. Emily Gallagher, director of the show. Thank you for joining us over there on Facebook, Emily. We Mourn would have been her pick as well. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm so looking forward to seeing this in 2 days. Lady Capulet is the show. It's going to be live streaming March 25th in 2 days through Goddard Riverside's WHAM Festival, going through March 31st. Tickets on Eventbrite, and check out more about the show at goddard.org/wham. Yes. Melissa Bell, playwright, thank you so very much for joining us here today. Everyone, go get your tickets. Go love her. Go love up on her. And absolutely wonderful, delightful experience.
Yeah, so enjoyable. Thank you guys.
Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. And I do hope you'll come back in April to talk about some Shakespeare in general. And we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right.
I'd love to. Hopefully we'll get Emily on too.
Oh, that would be great. So stick around. We'll talk right after the show. I'm just going to wrap things up here. So don't go far away, Melissa. All right. So, friends, this has been Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and let's have one last nice noisy slurp right now as we're ending the show. All right, let's do it.
Hold on.
That's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are. Thank you, May. So classy. We are classy so much. So, friends, upcoming shows. Well, this tomorrow for Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Gwendolyn and I are going to be doing an Ask Me Anything. So ask Gwendolyn anything about our professional lives. And if it's about our personal lives, we will lie to you. So that's a good thing. Just know that we're lying. And then go away happy. On Thursday, we have Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. That is the writer's room that I create with you, the audience, and me, your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, where we write a sonnet together. This will also be the final multi-streamed show. We're going to then go into different locations for it. But you can watch it on my main Facebook page, facebook.com/ShakespeareApproves, youtube.com/ShakespeareApproves, and twitch.tv/nat21adventures at 10:35 a.m. On Friday, go check out Life's Affair for Shakespeare Reviews. It's the movie review show that I do with Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard. We just wrapped up season 2, but go catch up on all the old episodes. We're going to be having new episodes coming out in late April or early May. And then Friday evening, Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. We might be delaying it until about 7:30 p.m. Oh, Melissa's like, oh, that's a good title. I like that. Yeah,
Shameless, I'm going to join you.
We tell bad jokes, we give toasts, we listen to music, and we drink. That's the show. Yeah. And then we're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be over here doing a thing.
That's this Friday.
This Friday, you want to come in?
I have to tune in.
All right. Okay, sure. Fantastic. All right. Done.
Okay. On Facebook.
Done. It's going to be on Facebook and YouTube on this Friday. Okay. And this Friday is the last one on both Facebook and YouTube. It's moving just to YouTube. So yeah, so much going on. And then goodness gracious, Nat 21 Adventures season finale starring Mayhemmer and me is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures. It's your standard Dungeons and Dragons show being performed by performers from the Renaissance Festival community. Come on over and watch and support. Upcoming shows include, let's go to that banner I made up. Let's see. I'm going to be performing for Pixelwick, the virtual Renaissance Fair, April 23rd. That's Shakespeare's birthday. You should buy me presents. The next 2 days, I'll be down at Smithville, New Jersey, historic Smithville Village, for the Smithville Renaissance Fair, which is a New Jersey Renaissance Fair production. Then I'll be at Scarborough, May 22nd through 31st, New Jersey Renaissance Fair, June 5 and 6, Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair in Absecon, New Jersey, June 26th through July 11th, Maine Renaissance Fair, July 17th through August 5th. I'll be in Lake George, New York, sometime in August. That date is no longer accurate. It's going to be a Monday instead. Performing at their outdoor amphitheater. The New York Capital District Renaissance Festival, August 14th through 15th. The Connecticut Renaissance Fair, September 4th through October 17th. I'll be performing at TutorCon in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania on October 1st. And the Louisiana Renaissance Festival, November 6th through 21st, with possible extension through December. So much going on. We're back in person. That is part of Shakespeare's straight out of quarantine tour. Look at this. Look, yes, it will be I am your friendly neighborhood social distance mask. Dear, can I say it? I wrote it. Can I say it? It's the straight out of quarantine tour with your friendly neighborhood social distance mask wearing vaccinated Shakespeare. Booyah, as Cyborg sometimes says. By the way, that 4-hour Justice League. Holy cow.
Oh my God.
Holy cow. I quite like it. I had to watch it in actually full sittings. So it was just like, I'm just going to break it up. They were providing chapters for me. I took advantage of that. And I said, all right, pee break. I'll come back in a couple hours. So it was a good time. But it doesn't play like a movie. It plays like a miniseries. And it was enjoyable. So there is that. Dan Wenzel asks if we buy some of your merch, meaning my merch, for yourselves. Does that count as getting me a birthday present? Yes. Duh. Hello. You can do that. You can do that over on ShakespeareApproves.com. And so let us just wrap this up. Make sure that you go and like Shakespeare's Coffee Break on Facebook, because tomorrow's the last day that we're doing it on multiple things. So facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break is the only spot it will air as new episodes. Old episodes will still be on YouTube, and then I'll load it up over there later. But first run right here, facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves. Also, make sure to go like me in all the other places. Facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves. Instagram and Instagram and TikTok at Shakespeare.approves. Twitter at Shakes Approves. And YouTube, Shakespeare Approves. My co-host, Mayhemmer, can be found in all the places. Mayhemmer.com. On Twitter, The Mayhemmer, Instagram, The Mayhemmer, and Facebook, May.Hammer. And if you want to show her some love in a fiscal sort of way, you can send her a tip on Venmo at The Mayhemmer, CashApp, $, The Mayhemmer, PayPal, May.Hammer at gmail.com. And you can buy her a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Mayhemmer. And if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, you can do so by going to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Or become a Patreon of the arts. Support the show on a recurring basis at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30. And right now, everybody gets the same rewards because money's tight for so many people, and I want everyone to get the same level of weirdness. Once again, special thanks to our guest today, Melissa Bell, the playwright behind Lady Capulet. That is streaming live March 25 on Goddard, Riverside's WHAM Festival, and going through March 31st. Go check it out. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Friends, that is the show, though. I love you. You love me. There is mutual glorious affection. We will see you real soon. Bye-bye, Internet. I love you so much, and I'm just trying to put up my closing screen. All right. There we go. Bye-bye.